Next, I'd like you to meet Danny Thompson. Danny, come on up. Say hello to his wife, Crystal, and his mom, Priscilla. Yes. Smoke coming from a house's window unit air conditioner caught the eye of Houston Branch 283's Danny Thompson as he delivered the mail on the morning of June 26th. The Watts family lived in that house, and Danny thought it was strange that no one had come outside to inspect the air conditioner. And as he approached the house, the smoke became denser. Danny knocked on the door, and two small children answered. At first, Danny wanted them to go find out what was wrong with the air conditioner. But as the smoke intensified, he decided he better go check it out for himself. But there was one problem. The children were locked behind burglar bars, and they didn't have a way to get out on their own. But they did have a key, and at his request, they handed the key to Danny through the bars. Not a moment too soon, because just then the air conditioner burst into flames. Danny went inside and made sure that everyone in the house, including the family dog, made it out safely. He then went around to the main power switch on the side of the house and he shut off the electricity. Then he dialed 911. The house eventually burnt to the ground. But when the firefighters got there, more than 10 minutes, maybe it was less 10 minutes, calm down, Chief. After Danny's call, they found that thanks to him, everyone had escaped unharmed. It turns out that the children's room was on a side of the house that was opposite the malfunctioning air conditioner, and they had been asleep at the time. So if Danny hadn't been banging on the door, they may not have found out about the fire and might not have had a chance to escape. Recognizing his heroic actions, Houston Mayor Anise Parker declared August 9th, 2012, Danny Thompson Day. Very cool. Danny, who's an Army veteran and an 8-year letter carrier, says he just had to do what he needed to do. There is nothing to compare to a human life, he says, adding that letter carriers are a first line of defense for their customers. Although Danny says that any other carrier in his station would have done the exact same thing, our judges said that because he acted intuitively, instinctively, and decisively, that this incident had a happy ending. Proud of him, Mom? A little bit, yeah. And that's why we honor Danny Thompson as our 2013 Western Region Hero of the Year. Congratulations, Danny.
First of all, I would like to thank God for putting me in the right place at the right time. I would also like to thank the esteemed guests present today. The postmaster, he gave me a call, I believe the very next day, and thanked me for being in the right place at the right time as well. And that was an honor to me as well. My prayers go out to my Chief Steward, Willie Ferguson, and his family, who could not be here. His wife had a stroke this week and is recovering in a hospital. Our families are important. There is nothing compared to a human life. It is important for our letter carriers to remain diligent in being aware of their surroundings. We have an opportunity the police and the fire department do not have to visually and physically have a presence and to keep an eye on each and every household in America. My fellow mail carriers and I will work across this nation and will continue to fulfill our responsibility without question. Thank you.
And when I saw that the smoke was a little bit more intense, I went to the door and I knocked on the door, and I didn't get a response the first time. And the second time, I knocked on it a little bit more furiously to make sure that no one was in the house. And some kids came to the door, 12 and 14, and I checked the whole house out to make sure that no one else was in the house. I opened the door the best way I could, and there was smoke and flames inside that room. So I told the kids, we're gonna have to get out of here. And as I brought the children across the street, more or less the air conditioning caught on fire, and that room, all of that caught on fire. Half of the house ended up being destroyed. Now, the good part about it, the Red Cross donated some money to the family, and they were able to move into another house. The aunt of the children, she came and she hugged me and she offered me frozen pops, and it was, I mean, they were pretty excited that, you know, I saved the children's lives. I think we're the first line of defense. We more or less know each and every individual, the houses, the way they look, what's normal, what's not normal when we pass by those homes in our neighborhood. I feel like any carrier in my building would do the same thing. I mean, we all love the people that we work for, and those are our customers.